Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting to a video called 20 Things to Do in Edinburgh, Scotland First Timers Guide. This is from a channel called AKF ASO, so check it out. I think Edinburgh is a beautiful, beautiful place from what I've seen, so I imagine there's like plenty things to do over there. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe. Gorgeous. It's like a fairy tale land of some sort.
Hey, my name is Ashley and I just wrapped up a 72-hour solo trip to Edinburgh, Scotland. This was my first time visiting this historic city, and I'm happy to share with you some travel tips I learned along the way, suggest things for you to see and do on your visit, and take you on a quick tour of my accommodations. Let's jump into it. Edinburgh is situated along the eastern coast of Scotland and is the capital of the country. If you're flying in, Edinburgh Airport is just inside the city limits with a simple tram service getting you to the city centre in just about 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
I purchased my round trip ticket in advance and was on the tram in no time. You can also purchase tickets from the local kiosks or the app.
Oh, you can do it, yeah.
The tram system is super intuitive with only one line running back and forth through the city. At several points, you can hop off in favor of commuter.
Is this the one that is in a circle? I think that's really weird to me. I've never seen a subway that's just a circle. It's weird.
Rails and a robust bus network, or you can forego all of this in favor of a rental car. But do keep in mind that folks here drive on the left side of the road.
It's gonna take you forever to get used to this.
Honestly speaking, I found the city to be highly walkable, so if you don't mind a few hills, I'd say a rental car is really not necessary.
I love that, but what if it's raining?
For most visitors, you'll likely be staying in the New Town or Old Town areas, as those appear to hold the greatest concentration of notable sites and make up Edinburgh's UNESCO World Heritage Site. I booked the Intercontinental Edinburgh The George, which is an IHG hotel in Newtown. The foundation of this hotel dates back to 1766, but the bank-like facade that we see now was built in 1840 as part of the Caledonian Insurance Company. I loved walking through the hallways, hearing the creaking of the wood floors below the carpet. It brought out a certain charm that just completely set the scene for my time in Edinburgh.
They're so tiny.
And here's a look at my room specifically, which I found to be cozy and clean.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously it's a hotel, so it's not gonna be like super old. But the facade is like very old-timey looking, but then obviously the room is super modern because obviously, you know, they want the amenities have to be good for people to want to stay there. But it's really funny how everything looks so modern, and you wouldn't really know this from like looking at the facade of the hotel, which is like very old with bricks. Yeah, like beautiful, obviously beautiful bathroom, everything's new.
After settling in, I paid a visit to Andrew at the concierge desk, who sat with me for about 30 minutes detailing the most popular things I needed to see and do, and giving me his personal recommendations for places he frequents as a local.
It's, you know, honestly, like, best if you're ever in a new place, just ask a local. They're the ones that know, like, all the secrets and all the better spots. Because, again, they're local, so they've been living there for God knows how long. So they have, like, seriously, like, get the best tips from them.
What I share with you now is thanks in large part to Andrew's suggestions. And I'm just going to go in the order I did things, not by any particular ranking system.
It was like really nice outside.
With
like,
jet lag creeping in, my first stop was a sunset stroll across town for dinner.
It's not raining, which I'm surprised by. I thought that it was constantly raining. I love this place, seriously. I would move there, like, in a heartbeat. This is gorgeous.
Nestled within the Stockbridge neighborhood, the Scran and Scally is a gastropub featuring delectable Scottish food sourced from local suppliers.
What is Scottish food?
I indulged in a haggis dish alongside seared Orkney scallops and was convinced.
I always get them confused. Haggis is the one with the blood sausage. Or is it like a pudding? I always get haggis confused. I know it's Scottish, but I can't remember like what is it. I'm gonna go back. It was haggis and what else?
Indulged in a haggis dish alongside seared Orkney scallops and was convinced into a whiskey tasting, making this entire meal, in my humble opinion, the perfect introduction to Scotland.
You have to be convinced. It doesn't take much.
Was this one.
Ooh, okay.
If you're seeking a bit of nightlife, you might want to check out Rose Street in Newtown, which I stumbled upon on my walk back to the hotel. This felt like a local college hangout, but did have a good mix of ages and was a bustling thoroughfare of pubs and music venues. The Black Cat was recommended to me for its authentic Scottish music vibes, but it was pretty quiet when I popped in.
Maybe it's I wonder, like, because sometimes this happens, like in some cities, the nightlife and, you know, the place comes alive like a bit earlier or a bit later. So I wonder if that's the case, if she went a little bit earlier and it's like, no, you have to be here like at 11, at 12, and this is where the action happens.
The next day was a day. I walked about 15 miles round trip, hitting some of Edinburgh's lesser visited sites while truly trying to take in the local communities. Up fairly early, I began my morning in Dean Village, a quintessential milling community founded in the 12th century.
Oh my God, 12th
What drew me to this location was its picturesque architecture and distinctly quaint neighborhood feels. It was aesthetically a town preserved in time, yet modern life was evident throughout.
Yeah, but people live there, right? It's not like it's preserved. No, people live there. You have a river.
From here, I descended upon the Water of Leith Walkway, a well-maintained 13-mile path offering a peaceful promenade past many areas of interest. You can join the path at a number of different spots and even enjoy an audio trail guide along the way.
Oh, I love this! No, it's gorgeous.
I walked the path for a short distance before exiting at the Stockbridge Market, open every Sunday from 10 to 4. I must say, I had high hopes for this market, and it did not disappoint. It was fairly small, but it was packed with enthusiastic locals and visitors alike, conversing with various vendors selling meats, cheeses, whiskey, homemade products, and a whole lot more. I bought an apple tart from this stand. So good. And then cheese from this booth. We all need a block of cheese to ourselves from time to time, no?
Absolutely.
Goodies in tow, I continued my walk through town, and specifically through the iconic Circus Lane, before eventually joining back up with the Water of Leith Walkway.
It's a very peaceful.
A short distance later, I arrived at the Royal Botanic Garden, featuring 70 acres of beautiful landscape dating back over 350 years.
A botanical garden.
It actually had its start as a physic garden growing medicinal plants near Holyrood Abbey, but has since evolved as a global center for biodiversity science and horticulture.
Look, it's cabbage. Is that a scarecrow?
This was such a peaceful retreat. I'd spent about 2 hours casually perusing the various areas of the garden and locating benches hidden within the foliage to reflect.
Yeah, I don't think this is meant to like be I don't know. You can sort of like take a walk around, but it's not like I'm going to like actually do the whole circuit because it's gonna take you like probably all day. It's huge.
They even had a little shop at the entrance where I secured a pouch of Scottish thistle seeds to bring back home to grow.
Oh, that's the national flower, right? A thistle, but I don't know how they look. Is that is it the pink flower? Is that a thistle? They even have waterfalls. Okay. It's really one of those places that residents just constantly go to.
Exiting the garden, I connected back up with the Water of Leith Walkway, this time noticing how distinctly local it felt along this section of path. There were no tourists over here, just Scottish folks enjoying the warming days of spring. One particular area that caught my eye was this tiered hillside, which I later learned was the Warriston Allotments. Originally created for unemployed families during the 1920s Depression, the city uses this space today, renting out plots to local growers on a yearly basis.
You can just
According to their website, there's apparently an 8-year wait list to secure a plot.
I was already like, oh, can I rent one of these? Okay, can I just like, I obviously, if I live in an apartment, I can't really grow like my own lettuce, my own cabbage, like a lot of my vegetables. But I have so many questions about this. I was already like, yeah, sure, let's do it. No, it's an 8-year wait list. But I have questions. Does it like the lease only last 1 year? No, because some crops are like, I need time to grow these. I can't really do this in a year. So could I feasibly like rent them out for like 5 years, 4 years? Does it like renew each year? How is it? You have to wait for people to just like, I'm gonna take my spot. Like, who cares? I'm tired of this. I don't care anymore. I will not renew this contract. And then it frees up. I have so many questions. And how much is it? Is it like expensive?
Without too much fanfare, I finally arrived in Leith, an industrial port district at the water's edge. Since arriving home, I've realized that I may have missed the nicer area of Leith because my experience led me through a rather run-down and sad collection of city streets.
No.
This was apparently the place to be. I, on the other hand, was on my way to the Royal Yacht Britannia, and that's how I ended up here. If you enjoy following all things royal, or perhaps indulged in a few too many binges of The Crown on Netflix, you'll know how important the Royal Yacht Britannia was to the late Queen Elizabeth II.
I have no idea what that is. It's the yacht.
Launching in 1953, the yacht spent 44 years in royal service, calling at over 600 ports and 135 countries. Today, the ship remains tethered to the Scottish harbour, allowing visitors to browse its 5 decks and peer into carefully
Again, I have questions. So only the royal family used this, or could you just book a trip here?
Reserved cabins.
It says royal, so I would assume no, it's just for the royal
items
family.
On display are original artifacts on loan from the Royal Collection Trust.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's the royal family.
This tour is led by a handheld audio guide, which I found to be super informative. It kept the flow of people moving at a nice pace, allowing me to really soak in the different spaces.
Yeah, and they explain everything.
If you've got kids, have no fear. There's a lot of interesting things for them to look at, but I think they'll find the adorable Corgi treasure hunt to be a particularly fun game to play.
Treasure hunt? Oh.
And if you're hoping for a more lavish experience,
I'm not a kid, but I will love
the ship today has a hotel on board, an event space, and even a tea
you can
room.
stay there.
I'd count this as a must-see attraction for your time in Edinburgh.
I want to have tea there. Actually, I would stay there for like overnight, just for one night. I want to see how the royal stayed.
After a quick break back at my hotel, I was keen to find the best view of the city and made my way over to Calton Hill. This was one of 3 spots recommended to me touting its panorama views of Edinburgh, and though I haven't shown you the other 2 yet, this was hands down my favorite. Calton Hill is a short 5-minute climb up from the Newtown area and is host to the City Observatory and National Monument. It offers a completely unobstructed view of Edinburgh and surrounding neighborhoods. What I found most intriguing was the geological features of the city. Prior to this trip, I had no idea Edinburgh was nestled within such a volcanic landscape, and now I'd consider it to be one of its most defining characteristics.
Pause. Okay, hopefully they are not active because what? I'm not so sure if I want to live there. What? Okay,
next
we just
up
get
was
right
dinner at the Piper's Rest in Old Town, located just next to the Royal Mile. Don't worry, I plan to fully explore this tomorrow morning without the crowds, so more to come on that. But in the meantime, the Piper's Rest was a great casual dining venue with live music, good vibes, and a tasty burger.
I love how everything looks like a pub. It's not like a
To close out the night, I made my way over to Mary King's Close.
Wait, what's the name of that? Thistle Too Nicely. Because of the thistle, oh my god.
To close out the night, I made my way over to Mary King's Close, a ticketed tour through Edinburgh's only preserved 17th century street, a place which endured overcrowding, plagues, and so much more.
1600s?
Photos and video were unfortunately not allowed inside, but I'll share with you some tidbits I learned as we walked the Royal Mile in the morning. I'd highly recommend this tour if
Okay, wait, I want to know how come they're not photos not allowed. Is it because like they are afraid of like the cameras damaging like the brick or the stone? Is that
into history, and would even encourage you to book it at the start of your trip to get a full appreciation for the city as a whole.
Oh my god, I want to do it so badly. And now that I don't know how it looks,
I stopped by the Royal Oak, a 200-year-old pub known for its lively folk music and
I love that 200 years old. Obviously, that's incredibly old, to me at least. But I know that for Scotland, that's probably like, oh, that was like yesterday. Because obviously they have such a rich history that 200 years old, that's like nothing for them.
Performances. I was told this was another great place to hear some authentic Scottish music. But there was a ticketed event going on this evening, so I struck out again on nighttime entertainment. It was probably for the better because the next morning was set to be an early one.
It's a shame that everything you have to book ahead. Well, it's not a shame, but... I mean, if you didn't book ahead, then it is a shame.
Up for sunrise and out as the local milkmen made their rounds, I began my walk from Newtown up to Old Town to finally explore the Royal Mile. The Royal Mile is often considered to be the backbone of the city, stretching 1.6 kilometers between Edinburgh Castle and the Palace of Holyrood House.
Is that the Edinburgh Castle?
Seen it
is that the thing in the hill? That's really like you can see it like from basically every single point in the city.
You happened to watch Queen Elizabeth II's funeral procession, which made its way up from the palace to St. Giles Cathedral. The Royal Mile is packed with history and is also...
It almost like looks a bit like a theater, but I do not know. I think that I was just thinking about like the thing about the castle. I you know, because everything I love it. Oh, again, the architecture is beautiful, but I have to say that a lot of these things, and I just think it's like it's a matter of, because of, obviously again it's a very sort of Scottish or probably like Edinburgh, I don't know, architecture. Like everything looks quite similar. So I don't really know if like this castle is the one, or this Royal Mile thing. It's the one I'm seeing like from the hill, like it's in a hill somewhere. But again, everything kind of looks the same, but in a way that probably, again, you probably have to look at it or visit it to actually check out like the little details, because otherwise a lot of things, I have to admit, look quite similar. Again, the architecture of it all, it just looks very similar.
So the central spot for
but that's not a
tourism
bad
in the
thing.
city. I dare to consider it the Times Square of Edinburgh, which is why I chose to explore it so early without the crowds.
Okay, so it gets
apparently
packed.
Even earlier than garbage pickup.
Yeah, how early was this? Like,
For those of you wondering, I think the
early.
best direction to walk this street is from the castle to the palace, because you will be heading downhill. So here I am starting.
See what I mean? Like everything's very similar. I think it was easy to get lost here because everything is just like all the architecture is beautiful. But again, all the buildings look quite similar. It's just like I have no idea where I am actually.
In the castle parking lot. We'll be back later to explore inside, but for now, I enjoy the views of the sleepy city below.
I love how early it is because again, it's like super like there's not anything here. It's like something, I don't know, post-apocalyptic world. There's no one out and about.
Edinburgh at one time was a walled city, defending its occupants from attack and invasion.
Oh my,
the upper part of the Royal Mile sat squarely within this walled section, and evidence of its medieval past is easily recognizable from its cobblestone streets to its public execution sites and narrow closes.
Public execution sites?
A close, like Mary King's Close that I visited last night, is a small alleyway that once led residents to their homes deeper off the Royal Mile.
I'm gonna go back. This is very like, what on earth? This looks quite sketchy, I have to say.
Cobblestone streets to its public execution sites and narrow close.
Okay, if you're talking about public execution sites and this like random alleyway that looks quite like a city alleyway, like this is not making me like want to visit this. It's like, am I gonna get publicly executed if I walk around one of these alleyways? It's Teenways?
Public execution sites and narrow closes.
Oh, Stephen lost clothes. Okay, like who's Stephen? Is it Stephen? That was the law that allowed you to be publicly executed? Like what?
A close, like Mary King's Close that I visited last night, is a small alley.
This is so, like, I want to know how, because it looks super tiny, it looks super narrow. I want to know if you can, like, do this. Like, I don't think you can probably, no, if I stretch out my arms, I can't really fit in there, unless that you're obviously, like, a very, like, again, you don't need to be, like, super tall. Maybe, like, a medium height person couldn't really even, like, do this. So it's really, I want to know, like, how wide this is. And if, like, a bigger person probably couldn't even, like, fit here. And again, two people cannot even, like, walk, you know, side by side in this area. It's like, no, it's a random alleyway that I'm like, I don't know if I would actually walk around here. I don't know. The more I look at it, like, the less I'm, like, interested in visiting this specific area. It's just because, I don't know, I can almost smell it from here. It's probably, like, it's a very... Like, it smells very damp, probably. I'll put it that way. And also, again, I'm scared of, like, there's some sort of, like, killer that's gonna come from the other side and is going to, like, kill me. I don't know. This looks, like, very terrifying to me.
Alleyway that once led residents to their homes deeper off.
Oh, and the thing is that it led residents to their homes. So it wasn't even like this, oh, it's not an alarming thing. People used to, like, walk this small alleyway just normally, like, when they were walking to their homes. But, like, oh my god, in this day and age, like, I'm scared of this. I'm very scared.
The closes were often named after a notable person who resided there, but not always.
Oh, okay. So the alleyways are a thing of Edinburgh. Okay. I'm gonna go back here. This is called Advocates Close. Okay, this one I actually prefer. It's more, I don't know, maybe open. I like probably, I don't know if this has been like rebuilt. I don't really know, like, obviously I don't know the history, but I like that it's more, it seems like the original one because it has all the stone and all the bricks. And it looks like the original stone. I love this one. Okay, I want to visit
person
this one.
who resided there, but
I'm not scared about that one. And it's Devil's Advocate. Okay.
Always.
I think obviously this is more open.
You can wander down many closes, but just keep in mind that these are still mostly residential areas.
Okay, so like you're entering someone's home. It's not as if
for a
I don't know if I would like to live there because I think people, again, you're gonna be, oh my god, the annoying tourist is constantly like you're just having like a walk normally like around your home. You're like you're in your actual house and you're like in the backyard or something, and then like the random tourist appears like, oh my god, and taking pictures. You're like, please get out of here, like you're trespassing.
More public facing place to explore, be sure to pay a visit to Victoria Street, a colorful and charming thoroughfare filled with quirky shops along its winding corridor. This was just steps away from the Royal Mile.
This one reminds me, obviously not the same, but because it's so colorful, it reminds me more of, I don't know, maybe a little bit. Again, not like in the actual form, but just the colors, they remind me a little bit of like Dutch, some Dutch buildings, and I think some Danish buildings as well. Again, not the same architectural style, but I like that it's so colorful because it's like, it's like other places basically. It adds color because everything is so like
down
brown
toward the Palace of Holyrood House, I was met with other early risers awaiting their tours for the day. And just beyond them, I stumbled upon the World's End pub. Definitely too early for a pint, but I stopped.
Ooh, I love these little things that they have. I don't know what they're called, but they're like when you at some places, I think in Italy, like they have like bigger, and you like stick your hand out, and or some, well, yes, you like stick your hand instead of like, oh yeah, I'm sticking my hand here. Obviously, this one is way too small. But I wonder, like, the World's End, why is it called the World's End? Like, and again, lovely name for a pub, but lovely. I'm putting that, I like it. I think it's quite charming. Again, probably the World's End. It's a little bit like, where are you located? Oh, well, let's meet at the World's End. It's, okay, where is that? It's a pub. I love the name, very charming. But I was also wondering about, she mentioned the pubs are a little bit, but they don't really open that early. But technically, I mean, can you like get a beer at like 10 a.m.? I mean, can you? Sure. Like maybe your jet lag beats for what is it that they say? It's 4 p.m. somewhere. So, I'm not judging, but I want to, they're actually closed. It's like, no, they're not open that early. And also because I know that pubs in the UK, they're not necessarily about drinking. They also serve food. So can I go have breakfast at a pub, or is that not a thing that's done? So otherwise, I get probably that, no, you can't have breakfast, and that's why it's closed early when it's really like early morning.
Stopped here to observe the brass plates in the road signifying the former gates built into the walls of the city. It was particularly interesting because there was a definitive change of character along the Royal Mile on the other side of this. There were far less shops, a paved road, and a more contemporary residential feel.
Oh, so you could see like where it was when it ended, basically. What's this pipe? Oh wait, the clock. It was a clock, and it looked like a crown. Oh my god, yes, it's a clock, but it's a crown. It's the British crown. Like the fancy one, not like the
Eventually, I arrived at Holyrood Palace, the official residence of the royal family in Edinburgh. It is home to over 900 years of Scottish royal history, including playing host to many significant events during the short reign of Mary, Queen of Scots. When the royals are out of town, the palace is open to the public for a guided audio tour through some of the most historic chambers of the complex.
Again, questions, where if the royal family, because again, it's when they're out of town, but do they have to plan it? Obviously, they plan ahead their vacations, but what happens if they're like, for the moment thing, I kind of want to spend a few days in Edinburgh. So what happens if you have a tour that you had a guided tour? It's like, I'm sorry, the family is coming in, so you really can't. But probably that's not really a thing that happens. I think like I don't think the royal family can do, you know, spur of the moment things. It's probably like, no, you have to like let them know ahead, months in advance, for them to like not sell the tickets, and they'll, again, everything's very planned and prepared.
Completely unintentional. I ended up being the very first visitor of the day, and if you want to know what it feels like to have your own palace,
I guess, but you don't need to book ahead.
You try to be there when it opens as well.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. I love the colors.
Unfortunately, no photos were allowed inside, but the experience of wandering room to room,
no photos allowed. I want to see how it looks.
Will be one I'll never forget.
Oh,
outside you can
me
pay
as a visitor. Well, as the audience, I hate that I'm not allowed to see it.
Abbey, dating back to 1128, and take in the vibrant gardens.
It's gorgeous. I wonder like how many people it takes to maintain this garden. It must be like a lot of people because everything's
looming
so
over the palace is Arthur's Seat, an extinct volcano offering sweeping views of the city below.
Volcano!
With several trails to choose from, I embarked on a steep hike from the palace up the hillside and found the path to be quite rocky and crowded.
I have to say, like, because I understand that Edinburgh obviously is located in a different part of Scotland, but when I think of Scotland, I think of like the Scottish Highlands, and I have to say this place, or like this mountain and everything, it just looks very different from the Highlands. So it's funny because I don't think Edinburgh is the Highlands, right? I can see from the landscape, you know, this sort of, no, not this landscape that is sort of virgin and natural, mostly, I would assume. It's like very different from the Scottish Highlands. And it's funny that you can actually check out the difference because it's like, oh, the mountains look completely different. All the mountains, all the hills.
I don't know about you, but I love hiking for its peace and solitude. And I'll just say that this experience definitely did not bring those.
Yeah.
This was an unexpectedly popular spot. In fact, I stopped myself from fully reaching the summit because there were just too many people. With that being said,
but if you're there, like when in Rome, when in Edinburgh, I would have done it either way since you're already there. But again, beautiful, incredible views. But I wonder if people that go and visit this place, like most people that go here are either like, I want to know if they're residents or they're tourists. I would assume probably it's tourists. I would assume, because probably residents are thinking the same thing. I don't want to go when everything's super crowded, because again, I'm like, it's not peaceful. It's like you're literally like encountering people. But maybe because people that, you know, the residents, they know when to go and it's not super crowded. So that's the thing. But again, I would love to know if most of the people that go here, or the people that live there, or just tourists.
The views from this point were still enjoyable, but
she mentioned it was maybe unexpected.
Remains the definitive winner.
Oh, the other, okay.
Ready
but again, this is beautiful. You seriously, again, gonna go back. I think you have I think you have the best views out of the whole city. The Calden, again, the other, I can't remember the other name, but I don't know. This one's like, it gives you like views of everything. And is that the ocean? Like, what is that? Yeah, it's some sort of sea or a lake. No, I think it's the ocean. What is this ocean? What is this? Or is it a lake?
Remains the definitive winner. But ready for a snack and a nap, I wanted to give a shout out to the Fudge House back on the Royal Mile, which I passed as I was returning to my hotel. This shop is run by third-generation makers of traditional Scottish fudge.
Okay, like fudge, traditional Scottish fudge sounds delicious. It's exactly what I was picturing. For 1 second, I thought it was a restaurant, but no, it's a fudge place. Oh my god, obviously it's gotta be chocolate, you know, this fudge. But what are all those varieties?
The staff was incredibly friendly, and it was some of the best fudge I've ever tried.
I've never heard of Scottish fudge. How different is it from the other types of fudge?
After a few hours catching up on sleep, I was out again to attend my time slot, the last one of the day. For sleep? You're only 3 days.
Only 3 days in Scotland.
The castle is one.
This is okay. Gonna go back. This is the one that overlooks. I think this is so. It is the Edinburgh Castle, the one that sort of overlooks everything in the hill.
The castle is one of the oldest fortified places in.
Okay, I just want to say, surprised by the Union Jack, because if you're in Scotland, I was expecting to see the Scottish flag, not
Europe, with a long history as a military base, a royal residence, prison, and fortress. Besides the strength of the structure, its placement atop another dormant volcano solidifies itself as a true beacon of the cityscape and one of Edinburgh's most visited sites. Once inside, there is
It's
so
lovely.
much to explore, including various museums, the Royal
Those are red
Palace,
coats?
the
What
Crown
is that?
Jewels, and St. Margaret's Chapel, the city's oldest building. Unfortunately, the chapel
old
was
is
so
it?
crowded during my attempt to peer inside that I was forced to turn around.
Oh my god,
Sadly,
she just left.
much of
She's
my
like,
experience at
bye.
the castle was met with a high crowd volume,
lot of
making
people.
this a pretty taxing attraction. I chose to spend
Yeah,
my
but of
time
course
focusing
everyone
on
wants
the
to check it
outside
out.
spaces, taking in the architecture and city views.
Probably one of the others that if you want to, you better come in early because otherwise this is what you'll
A highlight
find.
for me as I explored these buildings was learning that the national animal of Scotland is the unicorn. Could I love this place even more?
Oh, okay. So it's an extinct
To wrap up my
animal that
last
doesn't
evening
exist.
in Edinburgh, I booked a dining reservation at the Witchery, located right near the
Oh
castle.
my god. I love the names out of everything. It's called like Boswell's Court. Okay, sure. Everything's so incredibly charming. I feel like I just stepped out of like, I don't know, fantasy
From the outside,
land.
the restaurant exudes
Time
medieval
travel.
vibes and is actually
In a
nestled within a
fantasy land.
handful of 16th century buildings. Its name is derived from the hundreds
It's
of men
gorgeous.
and women burned at the stake as witches on Castle Hill during the 15 and 1600s.
Oh my god, they also did a witch hunt?
Inside the secret garden
Everyone
where I was
seems like
seated
everyone
was
had a
a
witch hunt.
lavish and dimly lit dining room, easily making this my
This
most
place is
romantic
fancy.
solo dinner ever.
It looks super fancy.
And boy, did I spoil myself. I enjoyed an aged Scotch beef tartare appetizer with a Pinot Grigio, a pulled jackfruit and butternut squash lasagna, a chocolate tort, and a green tea. This meal was the perfect way to wrap up
It's
an
lovely,
incredible
very
72
romantic,
hours
by
in Edinburgh.
candlelight.
If you'd like to follow my itinerary or at least keep a running list of suggested spots in your back pocket for your trip, feel free to visit the link in my description for a pinned map of my adventure. As always, thanks so much for watching.
Okay, yeah, I love this place. It's making me want to go. It's beautiful, and I mentioned it. I think Edinburgh is like a beautiful, beautiful place. And again, this video only reinforces my view that everything's gorgeous. It's like a place that I can't believe it's real, just because everything looks so. It's very like maybe I think it's the architecture, it's the vibes of the city. I don't really know what it is. I am gonna, each city has its own special charm. Sometimes it's not something that you can put into words. Most of the times it's not something that you can put into words because each city in every single place in the world, they have like their own little, I don't know, their own little vibe, their own little aura that you can't really like explain by, I don't know, like it's the roads, it's the people, it's, the buildings. No, it's just something that you can't really put into words. It's just, it's something nebulous that exists. And this is definitely like one of those places in which I love the vibes. It's just like very, again, you feel like you're stepped out on a place that's not even real. And it's not even how old it is, because obviously there are other places, especially I think in Europe, that are incredibly old and they don't really have, and even older than this, but they don't have like that particular type of charm. Obviously they're charming and enchanting in other ways, but like this specifically, the thing about Edinburgh is that, I don't know, it just has something that makes it look so magical. I don't know what it is. It's just like, again, the vibes are everything. And it's just something that you can't put into words because everything is just very, I don't know, it's just very magical. I feel like everything, you feel like not even like a fairy tale. It's like the witches. Yes, you feel like there were like witches. I don't know. I think it's like a time traveling sort of thing that you feel as you step back in time. But again, at the same time, it's sort of like a very magical place. I think probably that's why, right? It's because, yeah, you feel like you travel back into like in a medieval town. But I love it. There's like so many things to do. It was only 3 days. Obviously, I think she packed a lot. I think it's really, really hard to like do this because I don't really know how big it is, as in like in miles or like how many people live there. But mostly I would assume it's just like, no, I want to know how miles, how many miles does Edinburgh have, because it looks quite big, like from the map. It looked huge. And it's like so many things to go and visit that you only have 3 days, which doesn't seem like nearly enough time. And obviously you make the most of what you have, and still you like packed a bunch of things in it. And yeah, of course you had like a wonderful time. that there's like so many things that I feel like, oh my god, it's a huge town. I would be getting like so much FOMO of like of missing out on so much stuff. Because yes, I only was there for 3 days, but again, it's like it's perfect. Like it gives you an excuse to go back because I was only able to check out like a very small part of the city, and this is definitely the case. Everything was sort of, I don't know, located. I don't know how many miles, but in the same sort of, let's say, in the same radius, basically of like I don't know, 20-mile radius maybe. I don't know. I'm just making up things. But my point is that when you look at the map, like the city is huge. It's like, oh my god, there's like so many incredible how many things you were able to do. And it was like in this very small space. Imagine like if with more time and if you stay there for a week or like you outright move there, how many other things are you able to go and check out? Because again, you have like the whole world is at your fingertips. And by the whole world, I mean the whole of Edinburgh, which again, it's bigger. It's so much bigger than I think. I don't know why I thought it was kind of like a smaller city. But maybe it's because like, I don't know, the historical time. I don't know. I don't know why I thought it was like smaller. But seeing it like this, it's like, oh my god, you see how big it is and how many things that you were able to like check out in just like a very small part. Like it makes me very curious to see like what's in the other areas, because again, it's so big. I think like there's like I can't even pick a favorite. Like I loved everything that she did. I loved even the well actually no, I say the food. No, I want to know more about Scottish food. That's that restaurant that she went to like in her last night. Incredible. It looked like super romantic, all by candlelight, very fancy. It looked beautiful. It's kind of funny that the name, I think it was just a name, not necessarily the building. Like it's something very dark. Like they were burning women, I think, or just like people in general, or probably just women at the stake. It's like, okay, well, super dark, but you know, like this place is beautiful. The restaurant's gorgeous. I love that one. The apparently Scotland, or I don't know if it's just a Scottish thing or an Edinburgh thing, that the fudge is famous. So yes, you know, apparently Scottish fudge, Edinburgh fudge, I don't know. I want to know how different it is. I would love to go there and sample like seriously every single type of fudge. Yes. The other is like Arthur's Seat, even though she was like, it's super crowded. I think I would still love to go. The Royal Residence, again, there's like so many other things. The Royal Mile, which is kind of creepy, but yeah, sure, I loved it. Again, I don't even have like a favorite thing because everything looked so beautiful that it's like I would put everything, the market, the Royal Botanic Garden, everything. I would absolutely go there to every single spot that she went because everything looks so incredibly beautiful that it's like, yeah, sure, I don't have a favorite. I want to come visit everything. And instead of 3 days, I think I would stay there for at least a week because everything looks so beautiful that yes, probably, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't really stay for that long. Maybe I wouldn't want to leave. It's like, no, this is a beautiful, beautiful place. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!